Namaste students, welcome back to chapter 4 theoretical concept of operating system 11th computer science and application. In previous video classes we have discussed about input and output devices. Do you remember? Can you name some input and output devices? Yes, keyboard, mouse, monitor, speaker. These are nothing but the input and output devices, isn't it? So, these input and output devices are collectively known as hardware. So, here I am going to use two terms, hardware and software. Hardware refers the physical components present in the computer system. Hardware refers physical components present in the computer system. Then what is software? Software is all about the programs or set of instruction present in the computer system. So, basically software is a set of instruction or a program which perform a specific task. So, we have two types of software. We are going to discuss fully about software in our video class. So, we have two types of software which is known as application software and system software. This application software will help us to perform a specific task. For example, if I want to create a document or if I want to type a letter, which application I may choose in our computer? Yes, of course, we have to choose MS Word, isn't it? So, through this MS Word application software, I can design my letter, I can get ready my Word document. If I want to create a PDF format, if I want to create a PDF document, then which application software is used? Yes, Acrobat Reader. So, this Acrobat Reader is also known as an application software which specifically used to create PDF files. If I want to if I want to create some videos, then which application I have to use? Yes, there are so many application softwares available for the video editing. Yes, what are they? Windows Movie Maker, Filmora, isn't it? So, these are the famous application software which is specifically for video editing. So, we have so many application software in our market. Few examples for the application softwares are MS Word, calculator which is present in our computer, MS Paint also an application software, VLC media player, Windows Movie Maker. These are some application software which perform a specific task. Whereas the system software, it is a set of instruction which will control overall operation of the computer system. So, system software is a set of instruction which controls overall operation of the computer system. We have so many examples for system software like operating system and language processors like Fortran, COBOL. These are the examples for the system software. So, basically why do we need this operating system? Without an operating system, the user cannot interact with the computer. So, basically the operating system acts as an interface between the user and the computer. Through this operating system only, the user will communicate with the computer hardware devices as well as the application software. If I want to design a greeting card, then I have to interact with the application software through which I have to interact. Through the operating system only I can interact with the application software. So, basically the operating system acts as an interface between the user and the computer. So, without the operating system, the user will not be able to give any commands or the user will not be able to communicate with the computer. Then it controls the overall input and output devices. If we want to take a printout, we will give command print, isn't it? That print command will reach to the printer only through this operating system only. So, operating system controls all the input and output devices, that is hardware devices as well as the application software. Operating system deals with many of the things. It deals with the file management, process management, and it also deals with the user interface. These are the applications of operating system. We have so many different types of operating system in our market. Windows, Linux, Unix are the most popular operating system, and Macintosh operating system also available. Can you just name the operating system that we are using in our mobile phone? Yes, of course, it is Android. So Android is an application system software or operating system which is specifically for mobiles. And we have other mobile operating system also. Can you say? Yes, iOS. iOS, Android, iOS, these two are the operating system used for the mobile devices. So we have two different types of operating systems known as single user operating system and multi-user operating system. The single user operating system, a single user can access a specific task, can perform a specific task at a time. A single user can perform a specific task at a time. It does not allow multi-user to access a process. Multi-user cannot access a task, specific task. MS-DOS is an example for the single user operating system. Multi-user operating system, whereas multiple persons can access multiple tasks or multiple programs at a time. So in Windows also you can see you can have more than one users. You can have administrator, user 1, user 2, like that you can have more number of users. That is an example for multi-user operating system. Windows, Linux, Unix are the multi-user operating systems examples. These multi-user operating system can also be used in our laptop and computer. That's why we can able to add number of users. Admin user we can have and other users also we can add in our computer or laptop. So this is an example for multi-user operating system. Let us discuss in detail about the key features of operating system. So here are the key features of operating system: user interface, memory management, process management, security management, fault tolerance, file management, multiprocessing and time sharing. Let us discuss one by one in detail. So user interface. In previous early years, MS-DOS was used in the computer system by all the users. So slowly it get rid of and Windows operating system came into the position of MS-DOS. Why? Because the user interface key feature. MS-DOS does not allow any interaction between the user. Through only the commands, the MS-DOS operating system will allow the user to interact with the computer. But slowly, when this user interface concept get into the Windows operating system, the users accepted this method of interaction. So they feel the interaction is very easy and slowly they stop using the MS-DOS and they adopted to the user interface. What is special in the user interface? It is nothing but a GUI, graphic user interface. Graphical elements, through the graphical components, the user will be able to interact with the computer. If you want to open an application like VLC media player, a VLC icon will be there in the desktop. You will simply double click on it, isn't it? So that is what the icon is, nothing but the graphic user interface. As a user, I simply will double click the icon which is present in the desktop and I will get the application open. So like this, I have so many things in my computer system, like text boxes to search, menus to go for switch to my menus, and check boxes to decide my requirements, and there are so many things there in the as a graphical user interface. So menus, text box, icons, these are an example for the GUI, graphic user interface, which is not supported by the MS-DOS. That's why the people are now mostly adopted to the Windows operating system because Windows and Linux, Unix, these operating system are having this key feature called user interface. So, memory management, let us discuss about the memory management. If the operating system deals the memory efficiently, our computer system works faster and our CPU management will be more higher. So, memory management is the process of controlling and coordinating the memory blocks in the computer system. We already discussed what are the memory units that we have in our CPU, isn't it? We have RAM, ROM and secondary memory also, main memory and secondary memory also. These memory will be divided into memory blocks and each block will be assigned to particular process or to do a particular task. So, memory management is generally, it is a process of controlling and coordinating the memory blocks. It deals, the operating system deals with the allocation and deallocation of the memory blocks to a particular task. If a task comes into the computer, the task will be assigned to a memory block. If the memory block completes the task, that memory is free now. Then if the memory is free, after the completing the task, the memory block will be free. Then that memory has to be deallocated so that our CPU works faster. If the memory is not deallocated from the specified task, then the CPU gets slower because the memory is occupied. The operating system can manage the memory efficiently. This operating system also keeps a track of which memory block is used to a task and which memory block is free. So, it keeps a track of memory blocks are being used and how much of memory is free. It also deals with the garbage collection. Let us discuss about the next key feature, process management. So, what is process? A process is a specific task which is performed inside a computer. Printing a document is also known as a process. Each and every task which is given to the computer is known as a process. Here we have two types of process. One is called user process and system process. The execution happens from the user code. The system process refers the execution of system code. The execution of user code is known as a user process. The execution of system code is known as a system process. And then to deals with the process management, it also uses algorithms. There are so many algorithms the operating system which follows. These are the four types of algorithm which the operating system will follow to process the process management. FIFO, F-I-F-O. The abbreviation of FIFO is first in, first out. This is nothing but a queuing technique. If you go to the ration shop or if you want to buy a train ticket, what you will do? You will stand in a queue, isn't it? The same technique is used in the FIFO algorithm. The first comes will get the first service and then they will leave from the queue. The others will stand accordingly in the queue for their turn. So, first come will get the first service. This is a queuing technique. This is called as FIFO, first in, first out. Whereas SJF refers shortest job first. If we have two jobs like A is equal to 7 KB and B is going to hold 12 kilobyte, then which job can be performed within a small time or very short stipulated time? Of course, A, because A is going to hold 7 KB of memory. So, the process, the shortest job is the A. So, A job is assigned to the CPU and the B will get after the A. So, like this, shortest job will be first assigned to the processor. Then, round robin. If we have A, B, C, like that, three processes there, three jobs is there, A, B, C. In circular manner, these processes will be given to the processor. Now, based on priority, if I have two jobs, for example, A and B, If the priority of the A is 7 and the priority of B is 5, then which holds the higher priority? Which is A job. A job holds the higher priority and it has to be given to the CPU. So A job will be given to the CPU first and then the B job will be assigned to the CPU. Thus, based on the priority, the process will be assigned to the CPU. So these are the 4 different algorithms which are used to process the process management. Let us discuss about the security management. Here, security is going to be the major challenge in our software industry. Of course, most of the hackers wants to hack the details, personal details from the user. So, security becomes a very big challenge in our software industry. So, operating system provides security level in 3 levels. One is file access level, system access level and network access level. So what is file access level? According to access a file, we can give a security like we can give password or the admin who is the creator of the file. Admin or the creator of the file can give the permission or can give the restriction to access a file. So this is nothing but the file access level security. And system access level security. If 2 or more users are using a system, then each user may takes all the details which is created by other user, isn't it? So we have to give restrictions there for the users. So the user can have the system access level security by giving their password for each user. Like admin can have a certain password and the other users also can have certain password. Then network level. Then comes the key feature, fault tolerance. What is mean by fault tolerance? Our operating system should be robust. What is mean by robust? If anything went wrong, then our operating system must not crashed. It must have the ability to retain the status, retain the existing status. That ability of retaining the existing status is known as a fault tolerance. The next comes file management. Here in computer system, how do we manage our files? Yes, of course, we will put it in a folder, isn't it? In a drive, in a directory, we will create a folder, then we will place the files inside the folder. That is what the file management which is provided by the operating system. Through the drive, through the directory, we can create a file inside a folder also, isn't it? So files, folders and directory are the file management key feature which is provided by the operating system. Here you have FAT concept, the details of the file. Okay, so the details of the file, which means the file name, the size of the file and the type of the file, the name of the file, these details will be stored in a FAT, F-A-T. Okay, then we can create, edit, allocate, we can copy certain files in our computer system in different directories and different folders also. Then these types of FAT file is available in our NTFS or Linux and Windows operating systems also. Multiprocessing. 2 or more processor will be given to a single running process. A single process will be given to more number of processor. Okay. So this kind of process will happen in a parallel processing method. If we have 3 jobs like P1, P2, P3, then these 3 jobs will be having a fixed time. In turn, these processes will be routinely switched to the processor. The processor switches to all the process to complete all the process at a time. So it will manage with the fixed time of each and every process. Distributed operating system. This kind of operating system is used to access shared data and files that reside in any machine around the world using internet. The advantages of distributed operating systems are: a user at one location can make use of all the resources available at the other or another location over the network. Many computer resources can be added easily in the network, and it improves the interaction between the customer and the clients. It reduces the load on the host computers. Prominent operating systems: Unix, Windows, Linux, Android, iOS. These are actually known as prominent operating system. So students, kindly go through the concept once or twice and try to answer for the given assignment questions. Thank you.